Hi, I'm Nyree and I've got an adoption support channel and I've got 2 adopted sons. I just want to tell you about a conversation that I had with my eldest son. Maybe we can unpick it together, and feel free to put comments down below if you've got anything similar that's happened to you. So my adopted son, he's my eldest adopted son, and I can't even remember how the conversation came up, but I said something to him about whether he's embarrassed about me and my husband and whether we embarrass him. And he actually said yes, which I don't know whether I was surprised at or not really. We're older anyway. And I don't really think that conversation really developed very much. But what came out of it is the fact that he felt all of his friends have everything and he doesn't have enough. But when it came down to it, it was everything relating to screens. So large tellies in the rooms, Xboxes, PlayStations, etc, etc. Now he does have quite a lot. So he has a laptop, he's got a phone, and we have 2 tellies downstairs, so there's a spare telly if he wants to watch telly somewhere else. But we don't do tellies in the rooms, and we didn't really do that for our birth children who are now adults either. And we try to encourage them not to watch too much you know, on the internet or use their computers too much in their rooms, and to try to have it in an area where we can see them, because whenever I've done training on safeguarding, that's been the thing, that it's better if you know what they're on rather than you don't know what they're on. So it ended up being that he wanted to do multiple players on a device. So he wanted to use Minecraft with a friend, and that he wasn't able to do that on his laptop. So we had a further conversation about the fact that he'd not directly asked for that anyway. And we then went into whether all of his friends actually do have more than him. Obviously, we found out that that's not the case with all of his friends. But what it is that his 2 particular friends that he just wants to do gaming on, multiple players. Now I get all of that, I get it. We can't stem the tide, you know. Screens and internet and gaming is massive, especially with boys. And I find it sad. I managed to steer my biological son away from it. He's in his 20s now, because he got into sport, outside sport, and I count ourselves lucky, because it's so addictive. It's so addictive. Obviously what's concerning to me is I don't want him to feel different in any way, because he has enough struggles as it is without having that as an issue. So I kind of had to broach my husband and asked what had been done, what we tried. But then he said, and I wish I could play football better. So then it was starting to come out really that it's not just about that, it's about other things that he can't do as well. And both of my sons were a long way behind when we had them in every way, physically, mentally, because of their neglect. And I've had to explain on numerous occasions to my son that there's reasons why he is not perhaps as strong as some of the other boys, and there's reasons why he can't always, you know, keep up with the others. So I had to try and go back through all the things that he can do that perhaps his friends can't do, and really champion him, because, you know, all the boys want to do the same thing and all the girls want to do the same thing. And I know that's what happens when you grow up, but it saddens me so much that when children don't fit in, they're not good at football, or, you know, they're not on the latest game, they have no value. I just find it so sad. I think we've just got to really help our children to understand that their value is not in the latest craze, or it's not in the latest thing that everybody's doing. Their value is actually in the things they can do that perhaps other people can't do. And so we were chatting for a bit longer, and eventually he did say, but I don't suppose they can bake like I can. And I thought, bingo. And I said to him, no, they can't. I said, how many of them can actually just, you know, get a recipe book out, follow it through and bake in the way that you can, or cook in the way that you can at your age? And he went quiet. And, you know, I've got the benefit of having adult children now. So I have the benefit of seeing how children maybe keep their personality, but their talents and skills grow over time. I said, when you are a man and you are able just to cook whatever you like for yourself, and you're able to cook for other people, and you can do this on a daily basis, I said, you'll be the one who will be potentially looking at some of the others and seeing that actually football didn't necessarily get them anywhere. By the way, I'm not against football, and if you think your child is going to be a famous football player, give me a call, I'll be there. It's not a problem. But what I'm trying to say is that cooking or baking is an everyday skill is brilliant and so helpful. And yes, of course sport is, and keeping fit is, but becoming a famous football player is very much more niche. I was trying to explain to him that as he grows up, he will have different values and people will value him for some of the things that he can do. But it's very sad, isn't it, when our children set their benchmark at impossible things they can't achieve, or just look at the popular children and they just want to be like them instead of who they are. So we've got to be careful, haven't we, that our children don't get depressed over this, and that we keep an open book with them, which I find particularly hard with this son who doesn't really speak very much. He doesn't communicate with me very much. And so I just encourage you, keep an open book with your children. Tell them how brilliant they are. Show them all the things they can do that maybe other people can't do, and try and keep them grounded and understanding that some of the things that they're placing as important actually aren't that important. If you think an adoption support channel could be useful to you, where I go through different playlists on there, bonding, attachment, parenting, adoption topics, therapeutic parenting, is all on there, then please subscribe. Thank you.